All right. Hello, everyone. How are you all doing today? I myself am doing rather well. Kind of having a laugh here with the idea that people are trying to call the game of chess racist. Now, I'm not a deeply scientific chess player. Like, I've never studied strategy books or anything of that nature, but back when I was in high school, the chess club was the biggest part of my life for 4 years. And so it was all amateur play, nothing really deep or anything of that nature. We didn't study each other's games or what we could have done better. We don't discuss and things of that nature. We just learned the rules and we played with whomever. Now, while I am not deeply tied to the game anymore, it still holds a place in my heart. And seeing this kind of thing pop up really does disturb me because of the implications of how far reaching woke culture is getting. So, the ABC has come under fire from an irate former uh, Australian chess representative who has contacted to discuss whether the rule who was contacted to discuss whether the rules of chess could be seen as racially insensitive. Now, what they're referring to is the fact that white pieces are to move first, and I I don't suppose that it's never given you a benefit at all or anything of that nature. It's just a simple rule, and technically, not the pieces aren't always actually white and black. There are wood pieces where one side is more beige and the other is red, and so on and so forth. John Adams, an economist and chess enthusiast, posted on Twitter that he had been contacted by a Sydney based ABC producer asking whether he would like to discuss the rules of chess and whether it was insensitive for the player with the white pieces to make the first move. The ABC has taken the view that chess is racist, given that white always goes first, Adam posts, and he is justifiably angry at if the implication of his post is because it's just so idiotic. There are seeking comment from a chess official as to whether the rules of chess need to be altered. If anything does come from this, it will most likely remove the terms white and black from the game of chess. Honestly, trust the taxpayer funded national broadcaster to apply ideological Marxist framework to anything and everything in Australia. With all the drama resulting from COVID 19, I am amazed that the ABC is broadcasting an irrelevant topics, which is just really par for the course of this discussion and where it's heading. They started taking down black figures from product so things like Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben's rice are taking down their black figures because it is seen as racist, and now it's getting to such minuscule things as chess. The Daily Telegram later confirmed with the ABC that presenter James Valentine would be hosting the segment during his afternoon show on Wednesday. Adams was heavily critical of the ABC for doing the segment and suggesting their time and that of their listeners was better spent elsewhere. And it honestly is. I can't believe that this is being considered news and giving such highlights, but I suppose that it did interest me in the slightest to get me to say that this has far beyond crossed the line of sensible. The response to the tweet showed that common sense is prevailing, he said. People want the national broadcast to focus on bigger issues. People are struggling with the economy, with their health, and with the lockdown. They don't want their money wasted on bullshit. And really, that's all this really is just bullshit and more bullshit just on top of each other, trying to find what the smallest microaggressions, as they call it, that can be changed. And I really wish it never really got to this point, but we did kind of let it just get here, didn't we, by not actively talking back and such. Chess expert critical of debate. The newspaper later contacted chess expert Kevin Bonham, who will be appearing on the yet-to-air segment on Wednesday afternoon. He said the tactical nature of chess was why the white pieces moved first, but later posted on Twitter that the issue was the silliest culture war ever. There are complex patterns that require white to move first, he said. At the casual and club levels, he does not matter which color starts the game. Which is true. All it really comes down to is how some of the pieces are positioned. So on the chessboard, the colors of the checkered pattern allows for the queens and kings to be placed on their colors, their specific colors. So it does at higher levels take advantage of that situation and allow you to do different things. He later said on Twitter that his quote about it not mattering which piece went first at lower levels was slightly out of context. He had been asked whether the first move was an advantage, and generally I say the late game is in amateur stuff, which I'm very more familiar with, is where the real battle takes place. During the first moves, I generally don't know what I'm doing. I just move something to open up the game. Bonham later criticized Sky News for including the furor in a segment criticizing cancel culture, pointing out that the station's hosts were suggesting the interview be cancelled before it aired. And that's about the end of that. So, do any of you care about chess the same way I do? Again, I'm not a high-level player in any aspects, and while I understand that there is very specific reasons for why white moves first at high levels, I also understand why it doesn't really matter at low levels, because again, at my skill level, I really don't know what to do in the first few moves, because nothing has really happened in my opinion yet, and I suppose that's why I kind of fail at that as well. Anyways, if you have any comments, leave those in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear any chess enthusiasts talk about how irrelevant this is and things of that nature. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a like, and for more content like this, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That's about all for today. I just want to say real quick that you guys all can take care. That's a very poor way of ending the video, actually. Yeah, fuck it.